Hi, I'm Francesca. I'm the CEO of YEI Technology, and we are the creators of PrioVR. Our Chief of R&D is sitting over here as well, Paul. We are exhibiting at the conference. He's going to show you a quick, if we get the technology working, a quick video of what PrioVR does. Basically, it's an immersive gaming suit. So it's something you put on fairly easily, and you can control your game, be inside the game, and so it's completely watching your motions. So if you want to kick something, if you want to run, you want to throw something, you do it just the way you naturally would in the real world, and your character in the game does exactly that. And I think as Sebastian was saying, one of the things that's really important about VR is that you feel that you're inside of the game. And we've done demos before where there's like a zombie situation. And it's amazing people that maybe aren't really hardcore gamers put this thing on there when suddenly their character's moving as they're moving, how that completely takes them inside the game. And they will literally scream and shriek. I mean, they turn around and there's a zombie there, and when everything they're doing is reflected in that game, they feel like they're in the game. So I think that really is a huge thing. It's going to be really exciting for gaming. Like about the concept of ITA is we've talked for a long time that it's really important for all the people involved in this to start working together. Yes, some of us will be competitors, some of us will be people that can work together, but ultimately to push the industry forward, we all have to kind of be on the same page and be listening to what consumers want, share some of those experiences. There's bound to be conflict. Their whole thing about it's going to be a seated experience versus a standing experience. There's going to be room for all of that. So some people are going to want the very immersive experience where you're actually running through. And if you look at serious gaming, if you're looking at military simulations, they're going to want them to be doing that whole body movement. Now, for a bunch of us for gaming, we're going to want to sit on the couch, have some chips and a soda, and be able to play just seated. So there's room for all of that. And I think we have to be careful not to get into some big, they're right and they're wrong, because there's no right and wrong. People are going to want a lot of different things. And as much as we can work together to say, hey, you know what, game developers want to develop games for this, but if they have to worry about supporting 5 different hardware platforms and this thing over here and these, they're not going to want to do that. And we can't all individually subsidize them making games just for our hardware, just for our software. So I think IT is a fantastic way to bring everybody together to say, let's start looking at this as, how can we support all of this with a central mission, with a central goal? And honestly, individually, if we do this, we're all going to get lazy. It's like when you have a deadline and you're trying to push these products out, it's easy to say, this will work for now. But if we have a set of standards and we know that the next person over here is saying this is what we need, and we have that consumer input that says, well, that's good, but what we'd really like is that, it will keep all of us honest because we're kind of accountable to each other as well as our audience. So I think one of the main things that PrioVR we try to do is, number one, you don't need, any specific setup. There's no cameras required. You're not in some situation where you need to go into a special room. Not that any of those things aren't cool. You don't need a platform. Not that those things aren't cool. I look forward to going to arcades or those kinds of things. But you can play this in your living room. It doesn't matter how far you are from the TV. Doesn't matter if dogs and kids run in front of you and you're trying to play. It knows what you're doing. It's reflected to the game. So it's a very free way of playing. And I think as we get into VR, with a controller you're kind of restricted. You may push, this is the punch button. And how that character punches is the same thing every single time. People play this and they get really excited by the fact that, hey, I'm playing this game and I want to see if I can, hit the zombie with a kick. And they're like, I'm going to do a spinning kick. Watch this. It's going to be so cool. They use their elbows. They basically get very, very creative in how they play the game, which is a whole lot of fun to show off to your friends. And it looks cool and you can take captions from that. So that's the idea of PrioVR. I think we're probably about out of time. So,
no, that's good.
But yeah.
Thank you.